Nobody's going to fire you, and your growth is as big as you can imagine. And it all comes right here because we don't know your. My coach always says, you don't know what your upside potential is, right? You don't know how high you can go. The only thing that really limits people is their mind.
Good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. This is Vinney and brother Beau Eckstein in Las Vegas. Vinney Chopra here in the Bay Area in Danville, Blackhawk. We come to you not live. We come to you every Friday, 9 a.m. We record a week before, but we are excited. Today's topic is very much on our accredited investors, our net worth, high net worth, and all our followers. The big thing is the floating rate. The Fed said we're not going to decrease the rates. That's on a lot of people's mind. Buying a job as we are retiring and the labor shortage is coming. We're going to talk about that. Franchisers, risks and rewards. Brother Beau is a specialist in that. The liquidity lockup, access to the capital. We're going to talk about that one. Also, insurance and operating expenses and spikes in those. We're going to talk about that. Also, the big thing, as all of AI is revolutionizing, but at the same token, it's cutting jobs and jobs. We were just going, Beau and I looked at UPS is laying off 30,000 jobs announced in this month alone. 30,000. Amazon just announced a couple of days back 14,000 plus jobs. Corporate role jobs are gone. And then we got Salesforce, 4,000 jobs gone. Dell Technology, 12,500 jobs gone. And then Intuit, TurboTax, and all this with the AI transformation, 10% of the workforce is let go, 1,800, IBM, 3,000, 5,000. It's just mind-blowing. So I think that's what we like to bring this show so that we could look at how could you really secure your job by having a franchise. Brother Beau is specialist in that. Or if you want cash flow or you want to buy some assets, could be multifamily. Multifamily has gone a bad rap for the last 3-4 years, but 2026 could be the best year to buy multifamily, hotels, senior living and all that. Brother Beau, how are you?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking when you're bringing up all these points, I think the biggest takeaway is you need a plan B. We talk about having a plan B. Like you need to be diversifying your, right? Like you need to be making returns on the invest in the wealth you've created thus far. You have to make your money work for you. I think a lot of us don't understand that for a long time. But the real leverage is leveraging your dollars as your employees and putting your money to work in the right vehicles, like putting it together with things that have the best potential tax strategy that will help you minimize your taxable, because it's really not how much gross revenue, top line revenue, it's really what you're able to keep in your pocket. I think a lot of the high net worth people have been working in tech and so forth. But a lot of these people that are making a couple $100,000 a year, you live in California, you're in the highest tax bracket, you really need a plan B. And I think different investment vehicles are probably what you should be looking at, like right now. And then also arbitraging your money. Like, how do you take what you have and structure it? For example, I just the other day got $100,000 line of credit or installment loan. And I calculated that I could make, even after making the payments on that installment loan, I could probably make about 18,000 or 15,000 at the end of the year on that 100 grand. So you got to be careful when you start arbitraging, but there's lots of ways to make your money work. What do you have in retirement? Can you roll that? Can you do a self-directed IRA or whatever and put that to work for you? So I think you're bringing up great topics because I think a lot of us don't have plan Bs, right? We're just working a job and we're not trying to build something outside of that.
So true, Beau. And again, a lot of people got outside the market due to the reasons of fluctuating floating rate, the bridge loans, couldn't get refinanced, cash calls, all that, which is true. But the thing is, again, if you stay outside the field, when the recovery happens and when you're able to pick up some good things, I was just listening to or watching actually Grant Cardone. He was in Las Vegas, by the way. There was a big convention over there. And he said the sentiment was negative. And many times when the sentiment is negative, just like Warren Buffett just put in money into United Healthcare, he bought so many millions of dollars he put into it, because when there are people struggling, if you can get a minus or A class multifamily for B price because of the situation, it's a good deal. I know Robert Pereira, I talk about him quite a bit. He's buying multifamily all over, like in Atlanta, Huntsville. And I'm so proud of him because he's figured out a way how to get the replacement cost is so high and the inventory is gone. There will be such a lull in the construction in multifamily. It takes 3 years to build, 2.5, 3 years to get permits and all that. So everything is pointing in the right direction, which I've been away from multifamily as for 3 years, but now is the time to jump back in. Hospitality after COVID had gone down, way down, foreclosures, but now it's come back even higher than COVID levels. The ADR, the occupancy in good locations, and same thing with senior living. I did the webinar yesterday. Senior living also, amazing tsunami with 10,000 baby boomers turning 65 and all. There are opportunities in all these three. Of course, mobile home parks. Somebody's talking to me today. There are so many great opportunities and franchises. So please take away and show us how people can really work not in the job, but outside by owning a franchise. And there are lots of my good friends have a lot of franchises out here in Danville. More and more I'm talking to them. It's mind blowing. I didn't know they own all these kind of things.
Look, entrepreneurship is all different vehicles. Like most entrepreneurs I know, they're invested in a lot of different things, and they have multiple streams of income. So could it be owning a franchise? Yes. Could it be owning an RV park? Yes. Could it be owning self-storage? Could it be owning motels, hotels?
Yeah.
There's a lot of vehicles out there. You have to pick, you have to start someplace, figure out where you want to invest. The highest and best idea is that you build wealth somewhere and then you then diversify your money into different investments where you're not the operator. You're finding somebody that has done these types of investments and's got a track record. Because like ultimately, I was just having a conversation with a guy in commercial real estate and he sells industrial properties. And we both ended the conversation is if you're transaction based, like he sells a building and gets paid, that's great. You make a bunch of money, but it's gone when if you don't have any. You have to start somewhere, but now it's about cash flow, right? It's not your net worth is great. You know, you're worth X amount of dollars, but how much cash flow do you have coming in consistently on a semi-passive way? To me, that's real success. To me, that's what I want. It's cash flow to me is king. So I want to invest in cash flowing assets. Whatever it is.
I agree. Yesterday in my webinar, I was talking to accredited investors. 27 came to my Eventbrite. The key thing was that you got to not take the cap rates to the bank. Some people asked me that question. I said, my mantra has been cash flow and check out if the assumptions are correct. The assumptions of the cap rate can make a deal go very good by just adjusting the cap rate a little bit lower, actually, because that's valuation goes higher with that. And the back end looks very promising. But you got to look at what is the asset making cash flow today. Today is the time you need to look at, not pay for the price that it's going to do in the future. Some of my students bought like apartment complex, actually Pramod bought it for $3 million, zero money down. It just appraised after renovations, Pramod too, 6.6 million. He just told me on Wednesday, $3 million, zero money down. And now he's getting a loan, appraised value 6.6 million. He's able to sell it also and make in one and a half year, let's say, give or take. Then my another Franco also, and then Thomas, they just bought 12 units, I think. Now they're buying 40 units. And this family wants to sell a lot of multifamily. They're buying all that at only 1.6 million or something. I can't believe it. 40,000 a door. And the rents will be doubled. They are at this time less, just like my Knoxville property, where we had the total demographical shifts of that. over 100 units and so forth. And we were able to buy at 12.5, sold it at 17.4. And we changed the demographics. So those opportunities are out there.
Where do you think where would you be looking for multifamily, like you personally? Like, where do you think the opportunities, what markets do you think might be interesting?
I would say that you got to look at wherever you are, look 2 hours away, 3 hours away. Chat GPT can give you the best prompts. Last night in my webinar, I gave my really deep dive prompts to everybody just in the text so that they could take them down to find the best locations, to find these through chat gpt. You could say, I'm looking for this unit to this unit in the C class or C plus with a value add, sale by honor. Give me a list of brokers who are in this zip code that are really active in this particular market. That's what I find, because each where Huntsville, Alabama, Kentucky, Indiana, Columbus came out, Cleveland, where Brother Walter is just making hay, and Mississippi, right there in Jackson, Mississippi, where he's doing both the places. Cleveland came on the top. I could not believe it. I said, Walter, you've been there almost 9 months now. He says, Vinny, it's mind blowing what I'm able to do. Take this property, 60% occupancy. He even bought one, 33% occupancy. He's a leasing machine. He's got VAs, he's got a whole system put together in Philippines, and they're able to lease up and the curb appeals and everything and renovations. So very proud of everybody, what they're doing in multifamily, literally.
Very
So,
good. It's
yeah.
exciting.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. Out of franchising, I know people, you have a very good location where they could find out what their profile is. Can you tell us about that? I know a lot of people say, I want to own a small business which can make money. So, how could we find out if that's the right business for them?
Well, I think it's part of just anything you look at as a part of your investment portfolio. The difference is, I think, with a business or franchises, you have to become a good owner, right? It doesn't magically run. So you
Mhm.
have to be able to put the pieces in place. If you're able to do that and
Ah,
understand processes, and you're able
yeah,
to have enough capital to hire a GM and do all that kind of stuff. The
yeah,
problem is in business is that because there's moving parts, just
yeah.
like in anything, if you took somebody to go do a 100 unit turnover, it's pretty complicated. It's
Sure
not
it
as
is.
easy as it. You have to become a
Sounds.
good operator, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how you see people that own. There's a company called Roar, I think it's Roar Capital. They have
Uh-huh.
like they own Dunkin' Donuts. They're the franchisor. They partner with the ownership of these. So they're doing like 41, I think $41 billion. I don't know if it's annual revenue. It's just
Wow.
crazy. But
Yeah.
they're the owners of these big, so private equity comes into play. But you as an individual,
Yeah.
there's people out there that grow monstrous businesses and in all sorts of different verticals. When you start just going around and networking with people, you'll meet people that own 20, 30, 40 different locations. And you're like, how do you
Yes.
manage it? It's like you have to build the skill set just like in anything else, just like investing. But if you
Yeah.
can and you understand how to run a business and you become a good leader,
Yeah.
that's when you become successful in whatever you do. And there's a ton of opportunities across the board
Hmm.
in franchising. Some are good and some are bad, just like in real estate deals or motels or hotels.
Yeah.
It's you got to take the time to learn and
Yes.
know that you're going to pay your dues because you can't just jump in
So
general. You're not going to just jump in and be like this great multifamily syndicator or this great syndicator. It's earned and it's learned
yeah.
and you never stop learning. So it's the same
I
thing on
love.
business ownership. Why I like business ownership versus being a W-2 employee is because
Yeah.
you are building legacy for you and you're not going to get laid off by yourself. You're not going to fire yourself typically.
So
With
true.
the W-2 employee, your risk is that your company gets absorbed by another company and you're let
Yeah.
go. And now you're 50 years old and you don't know how to own your own business and you're
Hmm.
lost and you're going to look for another job and then you go work there for 3 years and you realize you hate it. So that's a vicious cycle. That's why you have to become your own supporting machine or whatever that
Yeah.
is for you. Because once you
Yeah.
have that freedom, your life is so much better because you're creating your own legacy. nobody's going to fire you, and your growth is as big as you can imagine. And it all comes right here because
Yeah.
we don't know my coach always says, you don't know what your upside potential is, right? You don't know how high you can go. The only thing that really limits people is their mind.
I'm so glad you're saying that, and it's making it so easy for us. I was sharing, like in my class last night in a webinar, that ChatGPT is such a great tool. You could put down, these are my likes, these are my ideal position for me is this, or this kind of profile I can take risks on, and what kind of business should I do? And then keep on asking more questions, more questions.
I
You
got
will
something for you.
find. Huh?
Listen to
Yeah.
this. I was on a call the other day,
Yeah.
and this guy gave me this prompt or gave me this template, and it basically what you do is you upload it to your ChatGPT or Claude or whatever,
Yeah.
and it asks you the questions, and then you respond to question one, and then I respond, and it turns it into text. And basically, those 100 questions enables the AI to talk in your tone. And so I'm doing that,
Yes.
and then you just talk right into it. So it asks you a question. By the end of it, it understands how your tone is, right? Just like we're looking at MyClone.is.
Yes.
That's how you actually train AI to write like you would, to respond how
Yes.
you would. So I'll send you this thing, Vinny, because you should do
Please
it.
do. Please do.
I'm got to go through all the questions and answer
I
them.
love
And
it.
the
I
thing
love
is,
it.
you don't have to type it out. You just talk right into it now.
I know. I love that. I think it was a video clip. I saw it last week or maybe sometime. It's very similar to this one. And I do want, please send me that. I'm going to answer 100 questions. Of course, my Gemini and ChatGPT and even Grok, I use 3 now. They are learning me, who I am. And then let's talk about MyClone.is. I am so proud of Vignesh, and you introduced me to him, and he just did a recording last night. This morning, he showed how many membership have increased in just 2 weeks. And I'm promoting his company because I want to be an advisor and invest in his company also. It's a seed round right now, but the big thing is it's mind blowing. 12 languages. People can talk to me in 12 languages all across the globe right now. People are talking to me in India, in London, in Japan, in other places. It's mind blowing. German language, Spanish language, French language, and I reply in their language. It's totally mind blowing what he has built. And he's the founder with only 4 people in the company. They are able to giving run for their money with Delphi, Delphi. I did Googling and found out Delphi is another very big company which does very similar thing what they have put together, but it's mind blowing. But thanks to you, I wouldn't have known Vignesh. He lives only 15 minutes away from me, and I've been meeting with him and trying to market. I'm a marketing guy, trying to see how we could take this business from here to here.
Yeah, he
My
needs us.
clone
He needs
dot.
us on his. He needs us on the equity side of his business.
Yeah, yeah, brother. I want to put it into the seed rounds because it's amazing. And I've got 7 seed round companies now. I'm sure they're going to make pretty big. But you got to get when it's getting started. That's the part of it. And you have to believe in the product. And I believe so much in the product because I control what my clone will talk about. I can shut it down just like that. I can delete everything in it and then it won't talk. So that's the beauty of it. And you can monetize it. That's the other part. You could put walls between your clone and the customer, and this way the tire kickers, I call it, people have same questions over and over again.
Right, right.
And this, my clone will answer everything and everything. If they want to meet me personally, then they make a book and appointment. So everybody who wants to reach me now, we send them the clone right now, all over the world.
A lot of people, like, this is my use case, Vinny. So I do my YouTube channel, and people book a call, and they ask the same questions over and over again. Look, go to MyClone first, ask the questions, and then book a call, so we don't have to repeat ourselves.
Yes.
Because most of them aren't, right? And our time is valuable. And I know
Yes.
we're trying to help everybody, but this is the way we can strategically help people. And that's the
So
real
true.
vision and why I like it. Yeah.
I would love to say, as we finish this recording, please do check out MyClone, MyClone.is. MyClone is. What a name. I love that. MyClone is the name. And please check it out because you'll be amazed how much time it's going to save from your customers, your investors, from everybody, and also lead generation. It's a great tool to really see who really people that you can close. Your clientele will increase everything. This is mind blowing. I love it.
I love it. Well, thanks for the great episode, Vinney. We'll see you guys
Yes,
on the
brother.
next one.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. I hope this episode gave you insight, clarity, and encouragement as you continue your journey towards building wealth, freedom, and long-term impact. If you found value in today's conversation, please subscribe, give 5-star reviews, and share this episode with someone who is serious about learning, growing, and investing smarter. Your support helps us to reach more people and bring them into our show. Before we wrap up, here is an important reminder. This podcast is for educational and information purposes only. Nothing shared here should be considered investment, tax, or legal advice. Every investor situation is different and unique, and decisions should be made based on your personal goals and circumstances. I strongly encourage you to consult with qualified professionals before making any investment decisions, including experienced teams like Monili Investment Group, along with your CPA attorneys, financial advisors. Thank you again for being a part of the community. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your wealth with intention. See you in the next episode.